Okay, so for the last month, a little over a month, I've been feeling sort of stuck musically in the form of how I practice when what I'm learning in my music theory and trying to reach small milestones. I feel like I've reached a point where I don't know where to reach anymore and I feel kind of stuck. Let me give you a little outline of what I've been doing up until this point. So about 3 years ago, I started learning major minor scales, the seven modes, and I absorbed that very well. I caught on to that, I would say, pretty successfully in the span of 2 years. I knew a little bit of music theory, but not a great deal. I just really focused on the details, and that helped a whole lot. Before that, I was kind of like guessing, kind of figuring things out. And after I actually learned the music theory, then I started to be able to free myself a little bit. That was good. I saw that change very apparent. And then I went in even deeper. And then I just started practicing all the time. Practicing wasn't a chore anymore. It was actually a rite of passage in a sense. I actually enjoyed it and looking forward to it. Still to this day, I still do. Then I practiced the pentatonics, learning those very effectively. I knew those fairly well before that, but just really understanding, you know, them in full, like all across the neck, in the key of C major, learning the whole neck. Now I'm very proficient throughout the neck. Do I know every single note? No. Am I up to like 50%? Like I can actually go up and down the neck and improvise freely without too much difficulty. It doesn't sound, professional or like I've been doing it for years, but I've set with the major and minor scales, learning the seven modes, implementing the pentatonics format, and I'm able to do that now, which has freed me up so much to the point where like I really enjoy music now. Like when I sit down and try to make something, create something, even though I'm still, in my opinion, an amateur, it's gratifying, right? So after that, I said the next progression is chord tones. So I'm learning the chord tones and arpeggios, and those are proving to be a little bit more challenging. I don't have what I think I need to enable those to be fluid yet. Granted, I'll give myself a break. I haven't practiced them a whole lot, maybe 5, 6 months only. But I'm kind of curious to like, why isn't it flowing like everything else has? Is this good or bad? Am I reaching a point where this could be a point where you struggle for a little bit and then the breakthrough comes and then the floodgates open again? I like practicing all of the chord tones. I really like them the best, especially when I'm making music, because those, to me right now, those are the pure notes in your song. They're the pure ones. You can't get those wrong. They sound the best. The most fluid. They flow the best. However, putting them all together, I struggle with that right now, and it's got me feeling some type of way a little bit. So I'm on here crying and so forth, because I know somebody else has experienced that before. So maybe you can leave some comments down below and try to help me out on what I can do to make these chord tones and all these arpeggios a little bit more fluid to my ear. Why do I open up to all of this? I really enjoy improvising slash soloing. I call it more improvising. Solo is something you create in a masterful way. Improvising is understanding what you're listening to and being able to add to it artistically with minimal effort, right? That's what I like to do. So that's why I'm learning all these things. That is my motivation for learning all the music and putting it together, because I always say music is like a language and I need the vocabulary. So I'm wanting to work with this as a vocabulary to increase it so I can talk better and put together not only words, but sentences and paragraphs and stuff. Then after that, I'll be able to tell stories. That's the goal, at least. So I guess I'm at the point where learning the new stuff, it has its challenges, right? It's tough when you reach a point and you get stuck. It's like, go at it hard. Do you face it head on, or do you take it slow? I don't know what I want to do with it. kind of feel like I need to find a nice practice guide with something with some chord tones or arpeggios, or just keep doing what I have been doing and be patient and just every day implement just a little bit more than the other day. Maybe that's just it. Sometimes you got to talk it out to find your own answer, I guess. But I'm curious to know what you guys do in the situation. I'm just curious to see if you've even been in this situation. So, bottom line, I'm excited to grow and learn all the time. Like, it's not a day that goes by I don't want to pick up my bass guitar or turn on the MPC and make some music. That's the joy. The end result is to create something that means something, right? That sounds good and feels good. I always like to say every note has a story, right? So if any of this resonates with you at all, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Just helps the channel out. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. You guys could help me out, right? Support the content. All right. So I'll see you on the next note.